No, you can't. You can see me, which is great. So thank you so much for joining me at 6 o'clock. It's back care, not pregnancy, wrong class. Back care beginner session. So thank you for joining me. I will have a quick look at any messages which come through. So if there's any problems with sound or image, just message and I will check that. But welcome. I hope you are well. Hope you've got a glass of water on the ready, a mat or somewhere comfortable to do your exercises on. We won't really need any equipment apart from if you can get a small cushion that we could use as a bit of a headrest in some of the exercises. That'd be handy. Otherwise, let's begin. I'm going to pop you on my phone as well, so if you do have any questions, they will be a little bit closer to me here. Oh, that's really weird. I can see myself on my phone. Anyway, let's get going. So, we're going to start off in standing and start off with our shoulders. So I'm going to do our warm-up like you would do in our class. For those that are new, hopefully this is a warm-up you get used to. It's pretty much the same I do for most classes, just so it becomes a natural, automatic routine you can do at any point in the day to get a little body stretch here. So we're going to bring our ear down to our shoulder and stretch through our fingertips. Coming up and lengthening the other way, stretching down through our arm. Try not to pull down on your head, just let your head roll and just gently go where it can. Feel that stretch along the neck, squeezing your shoulder back and stretching through those. Lovely. Rolling our shoulders, getting both our arms up as high as we can towards the ceiling, but you don't want your shoulders coming up, so draw your shoulders down but your arms are lifted, head is nice and long, and then we're going to reach one arm a little bit higher than the other arm. I'll step back a little bit, hopefully you can see me a little bit better there. So here we're opening up the ribs, we're keeping the feet and the hips level, and we're reaching higher and higher, as far up as we can. Lovely. Hopefully you can hear me okay. And taking our arms away, again keeping our hips still, we're reaching over and gently back. So we want to keep our bottom half nice and still, let the top half glide side to side. Reaching over. Get that tummy nice and tight and reach. Reach, shoulders back, head nice and long, neck long. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Good. We've got 3 here. And let's roll those arms side to side. Palms up, palms down, palms up, palms down. Oh, I'm getting a bit of an echo, but you can all see me, so I will pop that down. Excellent. Taking our arms back, bringing our hands together, drawing our arms down, and then taking the arms back, keeping yourself upright as you can. Just let the arms come from behind you and shift away. So you should feel a bit of an ache behind your shoulder blades here. Try to relax the shoulders down, squeezing them into the middle and holding it back there. Oh, lovely. And then we're going to do the opposite. We're going to bring our hands in front, shoulders down, turn our palms out and stretch your hands away and drop your chin in for me. And reach those arms away and back in. Away and back in. Well done. And gently down. Lovely. Rolling our right shoulder. We're going to come down our leg. Reaching towards our ankle. You don't have to touch your ankle. You just want to glide down. Let the arms become nice and floating. Reach forward. Again, don't need to touch the toes. And from here, I want you to tuck your bottom in and try straightening your back. That might not be as easy if you haven't got a mirror or something in front of you, but if you're using a big screen, then hopefully you can see a reflection of yourself in the thing. So just feel like if you're arching your back and dropping it down, arching up and dropping it down. Imagine you've got a tray of drinks on your back, you're holding it there. And then I want you to tuck your tailbone under, tuck your lower back, tuck the tummy, tuck the ribs, shoulders, and that neck coming up. And then really draw the arms down by your side. And then we've got the other side, gliding down sideways. Holding it there. Bring it forward. Hold it there. And then arching up. Becoming nice and long. Up and long. Up and long. And then hold it there. Draw the shoulders back. Let the arms reach down. And then see if you can bend and reach down a little bit more. And then hold it as far down as you can comfortably, keeping the back of the legs nice and straight. Deep breath in here, all the way out, and gently up, sucking under the bottom, sucking under the lower back, tummy. Mid-back, thinking you've got 12 ribs, you're drawing them all up. Chest, opening up that chest, bringing up the neck, and then finally the shoulders. Lovely. We're going to bring one leg in front, bend to the front knee, keep the back leg straight, and then we're going to tuck the tummy, open the chest, lengthen the legs and the neck here, back leg straight, front leg bent, lengthening the arms, reaching down here, deep breath in, and all the way out. Taking the arms forward, holding it here, ahead and back, and gently step into the back leg, pull the toes in of the front leg, and here, again, you don't want to be here, you want to get the shoulders above the hips, and bring that back. Tailbone under, tummy tight, open and hold it here. And gently forward. And swapping legs. Front leg bent, back leg straight, shoulders down, arms down. And this time we're going to face the palms back and take the hands back. Woo! And if you're finding that you are getting wobbly, a little trick here. Open your legs wider, so even though one in front, have it wider. Don't have the foot directly behind the other foot, otherwise it does make you a lot more wobbly, just like I did then. And then weight into the back leg, pull your toes up. Shoulders back, opening up here. Lovely. So from here we're going to go into our toy soldier, so our standing stance, feet together, toes out, and then straighten up the heel in line with your big toe. You want soft knees, so what that means is instead of locking your knees completely back, you want a little bit of a bend in them. Just a little bit, so you could have a little bounce on them if you wanted to or needed to. And then we're tucking that tailbone under, nice and tall here, arms ahead of us, shoulders down, neck long. We're coming up onto our tiptoes, bringing one arm up, other arm down. So my shoulder is staying above my hips, and I'm coming up, lifting my heels and gently down. As you do this, draw in your tummy and your ribs, relax that chest open, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. So this is great. You're going to start feeling this on the back of the legs. So it's a nice one to warm you up and get the blood really circulating away from your feet, bringing it back up towards our heart. It's also really great to get our big postural muscles working, such as our bottom, which are very important in our back rehab. So we've got a few here. Let's see if we can go a little bit faster. 5, 4, 3. Keep that tummy nice and tight. You've got a string on your head, drawing you straight up to the ceiling. I know, you're throwing abuse. You're feeling your legs. 3. This is why I can't hear you. 2. 1. One more. Oh, and well done. Bring that leg in front. Give it a little stretch. And the other one. Good. Last one here. In standing, we're going to open our legs a little bit wider. And as we do that, our tummy kind of drops forward, our shoulder drops forward, which goes into our posture, which isn't good. So just draw that under, get the shoulder above the hip, chest open, chin up, but not as if you're looking up at the ceiling, but try to kind of look directly at something ahead of you, ideally the camera. And then from here, we're coming down into a little bit of a sitting position and back up. And back up. And back up. Breathing out and in. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Lift your right heel up. Left heel up. Right heel up. Left heel up. Good. We've got 5 here. I know the legs are feeling a bit fuzzy. 4, 3. Oh, nice clicky ankles here. 2. And 1, hold it there. Bring the arms out and in. Doesn't have to be low. You're not trying to go as low as you can. You're just doing a little bend in the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Give me a little circle here from the shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Coming up with the legs. Bring the arm in front, over and hold it there. Well done. Oh, I might got you a little bit puffed out, which is good. If it didn't, that's fine. I'm sure I'll have an opportunity later on. Well done. Lovely. Give those arms a little shake, the legs a little stretch, and finishing with the leg here. We're just going to lunge over to the side, bottom under, chest open, holding it there, getting that stretch on the inner groin, inner leg, and hopefully the back a little bit, and the other leg, holding it there. Lovely. Well done. Right, let's move on to the floor. So hopefully you've got a mat. If you've got a hard floor, make sure if your mat isn't too thick, that you double up the mat, so you've got a little bit more cushioning underneath. I'm actually going to put mine this way. So if your mat is thin, just fold it over so you've got a bit more cushioning underneath your knees. If you've got carpet or quite a thick mat, then hopefully it should be absolutely fine. So we're going to go in the same stance as before. Both feet together, toes out, heels out, soft knees, tailbone under as if we've got a tail hanging from behind us. We're kind of tucking it underneath, in between our legs, and then we're going to do the opposite. So chin to chest, shoulders in, gliding your hands down your knees, down the legs, bend the knees, coming down to the floor, knees coming onto the floor, bringing your hands further up. So hands become under our shoulders with a little bend in our elbows, and our knees walk back so they're directly under our shoulders here. And it's up to you. If you have any wrist problems, you might prefer to have your hands up. Otherwise, you can keep them here. So we have a nice long neck, And from here we're going to push back, around and forward. So if I show you a side angle, I'm coming all the way around, all the way forward. Try to bring it as low as you can towards your heels and up. So this is a really lovely one to stretch out our pelvic floor, get rid of any tension in that lower back towards our bottom. Stretch our bottom muscles a little bit, not too much. There's some better ones which we will do later for that particular one. And swap sides. Going down and around in the other direction. Well done. All the way over. Lovely. And then coming back, so your hands are still under your shoulders, knees still under the hips. And then we're going to imagine we're tucking our chin underneath to our chest. Keep your bottom as still as you can to the last point. So chin under, lift the chest up, ribs up, lower back up, and then bottom under. Now this time keep the bottom chin tucked in, the bottom goes first. And head comes up last. So you've got two extremes. All the way under. And all the way away. Good, we've got 3 more here. Just have a quick check you're all doing well. Brilliant, no complaints, excellent. So you're imagining your spine segment by segment. Last one, hold it under, deep breath in, all the way out, and the other way, hold it here, deep breath in, all the way out. Lovely, and from here we're going to open up our knees and we're going to sit back towards our heels. But the main thing is, if you can't get your bum down, that's fine. Just keep it where you feel comfortable, that you walk your hands away. So we want to stretch our arms and shoulders away from the rest of our body. So drop your chest down towards the floor, stretch your fingers away from you. And draw yourself back up. Lovely. Well done. So from here we're coming all the way back up into sitting. So I want to do a few in this direction whilst I face you, and then I will turn around. So from here, if you have any tailbone issues, you might want to use that cushion underneath you to sit on to give you a little bit more cushioning underneath your bottom. Otherwise, you should hopefully feel fine with bringing your legs in front. And again, we've changed position, but we want that same alignment. So we want the feet together, toes out, heels there, a little bit of softness behind the knees, wriggling side to side. So we've got the most boniest part of our bottom sitting on the floor. And then we're trying to sit up as tall as we can through that little string on our head, keeping our chin drawn in a little bit. We don't want to be looking up there or here. We want to try, if we can, look directly ahead of ourselves. So if you need to reposition the camera so you've got me at eye level, go for that now. We're going to roll those shoulders back, and then we're going to bring our arms out in front of us. And for some people that might just be a start of a position you're not used to being so upright there, and that's fine. You might just want to hold it there for a little while. And squeezing the shoulder blades there. I want you to imagine you've got a little ball between your chin and your chest, and try to hold that there. And then as you're holding it, I want you to take the arms around to look behind you and the back of that elbow. And gently back up nice and tall, so I'm not leaning back. I'm sitting as tall and straight as I can. And actually, having spent a few days at home and a lot more time at the computer, I can definitely feel that's really helpful. So I'm sitting as tall as I can, looking over. So here, this is our spinal twist. If that feels uncomfortable on the hips, just do a little bend, bring your feet in a little bit towards you. It will help let you sit a bit taller and coming round. So breath in, breathing out. Good, looking a little bit further each time behind you. Well done. It's a bit one that you might find is a little bit achy, either because you're having to keep your shoulders up, or because you're actually feeling one rib on the other, just turning and opening along the spine there. Let's hold it here and give a little bit of a push back, a little bit of a pulse back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping it here, get those arms nice and long, so I'm going to keep my back straight. So remember that angle there, are the legs still or a little bit of a bend? Arms out completely, 180 degrees straight. Stretch those fingers away. Nice and long, don't forget to smile. And off we go. All the way round and back. And as you can see, I'm not bringing my hands closer together. I'm keeping them open. I'm taking the back one first and getting that stretch. And go nice and gently. You don't need to kind of go 360 degrees all the way around. And just try to do a little bit. And then each time, as you go back, try to go a little bit further. Breath in the middle, breathing out as you come round. Breath in the middle, breathing out. Good. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here, little pause, so your arms falling off. They're going to start feeling a bit heavy, I'm afraid. And the other side. And gently back. Last one with this position. Hands are directly above our head. All the way up. And get the arms behind our ears. Neck nice and long. You've still got that little ball, that little apple between your chin and chest. Hold it there. Let the rib cage come up. And coming round. Up, up, up. And around. This one's going to feel harder. If you need to, feel free to cross your legs coming up. If you can't cross your legs or you can find it really uncomfortable to sit in that position, come up. Not a problem. Just try to keep your hips still. So the great thing about sitting down is that your hips can't move. And the movement is all coming from your rib cage, from your back. Some things that people do here is they overextend. Try to keep it neutral. Try to keep it long. And hold it here. Deep breath in. And the other side. And all the way down. Big hug. Oh. So you might think, well, why do we have to do stuff with our arms? We, want to do our back, want a nice strong back. We're all connected. Not having good shoulders, upper back, strong neck, all has an effect on where your arm and your shoulder girdle sit, which then will have an impact on your lower back as well. So it's all very important. Stretching those arms ahead. Taking the hands down behind us, drawing the shoulders, let the neck go up. Over to the side. And the other side. And rolling there, lovely. Staying as you are, I'm just going to move my mat just so it's a little bit easier for you to see the next move. So, from here, We're going to come back into our 4-point kneeling. So we're going to bring those knees back underneath our hips. Bring our hands back to being under our shoulders. A little bit of a bend in our elbows there, okay? And we're going to start off with imagining we've got that tray of drinks back on our back. So this is my tray of drinks, and I'm going to try my best not to let it fall off, okay? So I've got that imaginary tray. I don't want to be all the way down here, and I don't want to be there, that's going to fall off. I want to be somewhere in the middle where it feels like it's lying fairly flat. I want to get some support around my hips, so I draw my tummy in, away from the floor, squeeze my bum, and I'm going to stretch my right leg away from me, keeping my neck long. I'm going to squeeze my bum and bring that right leg up and draw it in. Now, if this is a fairly new exercise for you, I would say try doing a few on the same leg, bringing it in, taking it out, and doing more. If it's one you're being a bit more familiar to, then I would say you can alternate. So you can do one leg and then take the other leg out. Only up to 180, so from my shoulder to my toe should be a straight line. No need to go up here or twist where I'm going to fall over. You want to keep it level. And in. Okay, so we've got a few here. So you've either got 5 on each leg, or if you're alternating, you've got 5 on each side, but you're swapping in between. Oh, I think that was a little bit high. Good. Keep the neck long, squeeze the tummy in, squeeze the bum, breathing in, breathe out, and in, and in, and good. Last 2. Oh, let me keep that tray level. Last 1, hold it up and pulse it back there. Up to you whether you want your toes pointing forward or you want them pointing away. Pulse it back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently down, get your support, give your arms a little wriggle, and the other side. So keep your weight. We don't want our bum over on the bottom of our legs. Make sure the bum is directly above our knees. Other leg, hold it up and pulse it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and gently in. We're going to move over to the arms. So just make sure those arms are under the shoulders and they're not completely locked. You want a little bit of a bend. Bringing the right arm up and up. Left arm up and up. So you need to keep the neck nice and long. Bringing the arm in line with our ear. We've got a few here. Off you go. Keep going. 5. Well done. Welcome for coming. There's Claire. You're doing great. Well done. Keep going. We've got 2. 1. And well done. We're going to have a quick little stretch here. So we're sitting back, lengthening our arms away. And back up, knees in. And then we're going to try and put that all together. So try a few, 1 on each side. And if it is okay, then carry on. If it feels like it's too much, go back to just an arm or just an leg. And then build it up from there, okay? So we're going to go with the opposite arm to opposite leg. So I've got my left arm ahead of me, my right leg behind me. I'm trying not to roll over to the side. I'm trying to stay equal weight. Even though I've got no knee here, I'm trying to keep equal weight on both sides here. Squeeze and lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently down and in. If that's causing any discomfort in the back or the pubic bone, you can leave your leg to the floor so you can glide in and out. Right, let's do the other side. So my right arm forward, my left leg behind me. Trying to keep my back as straight as I can and try not to tilt my hips side to side. Belly button in, shoulders relaxed. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and well done. This time we're going to open up our knees, sit back, stretch those hands away, drop our chest to the floor as much as you can, stretching our fingertips, wriggling our bum towards our heels this time. And then from here we're going to walk our hands over to the left. Into the middle and then over to the right. Into the middle and gradually coming up, 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 all the way up. Keep going up, drawing away, and all the way back, and take those arms back. So it's nice to open up the chest, get under and stretch those arms away. Well done. Big hug here, reaching side to side, over, and relax there. One more in 4-point kneeling and then we'll move on to lying down. So we're going to come over back, knees back under our hips, hands underneath our shoulders, nice long neck here. And I will show you with my furthest arm. So I'll show you with my left arm first of all. So shoulders are not here, shoulders are drawn back, back is straight. I'm taking my left hand off the floor, looking back, and then I'm bringing it all the way through to reach through. Now you can come all the way down here, which is the harder option, or the easier option is to just bring it through your fingers so your shoulder doesn't go down to the floor. And back up. Other arm, looking back as far as you can, bring it through. So option 1, slightly easier option, have a little stretch through here, threading the needle. So we're putting the thread in the needle eye. Or option 2, glide it on the floor, drop the shoulder down and stretch here. Stretch those fingers away from you as much as you can and then draw them back in. Other arm. So go whichever option you feel comfortable with. Opening up that rib cage, stretching the arm up as much as you can. Bring it through. And I hope you're all doing the exercise on yours, not sitting there with a cup of tea watching me, although that's very sweet. I'd rather you did some exercises with me too. So, save that cuppa for later. Oh, well done. Last one. Take it through and hold it there for me. I'm just going to sip of water. Just hold it there. And hold it on the other side. And gently up. Lovely. Now we're ready to have a lie down. So if you want to get your cushions, we're going to have a lie down onto our side. So, what we want to do here is use our mat as a guide to where we are lying down. So you're going to pop your feet in line with the back of the mat, your hips in the back of the mat, and then your shoulders in line with the back of the mat as well. And I'll show you how we can do that. So bringing that cushion half on your mat and half off your mat. So when we roll back, you've got something to lie back on. So half on, half off. And then bringing our shoulder right away from our ear and both arms ahead of us here. So feet, bum, hip, head is a straight line behind me. And both arms are here. Neck, relax as much as you can. Looking ahead, we're going to reach that top arm forward. Take it all the way up, up, up. And then I want you to keep your hips facing me. I want you to roll your head and your arm back. So you're keeping the hips forward. Taking the arm back. Keep the ribs engaged so you're not flaring your tummy out here. Coming up, up, up. And gently down. Now just keep going on this same side. I'm just going to show you what it looks like from another angle. So you want to reach the fingers, relax the shoulder, stretch up to the ceiling as if you're touching the light bulb, and then take it back. And you might not get to touch the floor, and that's totally fine. Just go as far as you feel comfortable, and then as you gently do a few, you'll find you go lower. If you can't feel like you can go lower or don't feel comfortable, just hold it as where you can and stretch those fingertips away from you. And as you do that, you should feel that in your chest and your arms. Up, up, up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Got two more here. And hold it here, deep breath in, all the way out, all the way up, and gently down. Keeping your hand on the floor, take that hand over your head, all the way around, down to the feet. Keep those hips still, drawing that circle. Lovely, and change direction, so coming down, behind, up, 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 and around. Lovely, and then from here, we're going to roll over onto our back, and then we're going to roll over and do the other side. So if you feel that you won't be able to see me, push yourself up and swap your legs and pop your head down so you can still face me. So we're going to do the other side. Line up the feet with the hips, bottom shoulder. You should have a gap here between your ear and your shoulder, and relaxing down. Shoulders back, ribs up, on top of each other, relax back. Don't want them tilted forward. And off we go. Stretch those fingers. Up, up, up. Keep the hips forward. Let the head and the arm roll. Up, up, up. stretch, stretch of the arms longer than the one below. You're doing great, well done. We're almost there. Not long to go now. So we've done a little bit on the bum, we've done a little bit on the legs. We've been opening our back, we've been strengthening our back. We're opening around our shoulders. And we're finished with strengthening our shoulders. And then lastly, our stretches. The last one. Take it back, hold it there, deep breath in. Keep that tummy tight. All the way up, up, up. And gently down into that circle. So if you have any shoulder issues, you keep it off the floor. If you don't have any shoulder issues, keep it as low as you can to get that resistance. Keep the elbows straight. Take it around. And drawing down to the feet. And back. Up, 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 up. All the way over. And changing direction, going down towards our toes, all the way behind, up, 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 looking at the hand as it comes in front. Last one here. And gently down. Lovely. Well done. So we're going to do some exercises on our tummy now. So we're going to lie down on our tummy, and this will help strengthen our shoulders and finish off with strengthening our upper back as well. So coming up, lengthening our legs away. How are we doing? Any questions? We all doing well? Excellent. I love it. No complaints. Lengthening our legs away. We're going to bring a little cushion if you've got one. If you haven't got one, it's not the end of the world. You can bring your head slightly off the floor. As long as you can breathe, that is the main thing, obviously. If you've got a little cushion, you want to pop your forehead on the cushion and the rest of it away. We're bringing our arms down by our side. Just wriggle your pelvis back and forth until you feel the front of your tummy is nice and relaxed. And our arms are by our side. So arms at shoulders and elbows at 90. And then we're going to squeeze our shoulders away. Keeping your head down. I'm just going to face to the side just so you can hear me. We're going to squeeze and lift those arms up. Good. We've got 10 here. Breathing out as we lift up, in as we come down. Five more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's hold it there. And pulse it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 more. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently down. See if you can lift one leg. If you're feeling a bit more brave, lift 2 legs off the floor. And then we've got 10 more here. If you can, we're going to lift our back up as well and go from there. If that feels too much, drop your head down. If that's too much, drop one leg down, okay? So this is the hardest option. 2 legs and chest up. And off we go from here. Forehead still looking down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently down. hands in line with our chest, elbows tucked in, legs on the floor. And we're going to peel up here. Keeping the hips on the floor, you keep your tummy on the floor. And then when you feel a bit more brave, you can lift your tummy, but always keep your hips on the floor. Lower your tummy, lower ribs, chest, and down with the neck. Use your hands, elbows glued to your side. Make sure those elbows are glued to your side. All the way up. Last one. And gently down. Well done. Pop your cushion away. Let's roll over onto our back to finish off with some stretches. You're doing great. Last few moments. Rolling down. Shoulders down. Bringing that foot over the other thigh. Knees out. And then if you can scoop your hands in between your leg and bring it up here. If that's too much tension on your back, you can stretch your leg by stretching one, having one straight and having the other leg over. Otherwise, bring it in and just rolling it side to side. And lengthening our leg up if we can, otherwise hold it where you were previously. Draw it in and gently down. Lovely. Let's swap sides, so other leg, and you can keep it on the floor here, or you can bring it up here. Bring the foot as close as you can to the hip as possible, and then draw it in. Up. Try to get that leg as straight as you can. Keep that knee out. So you should feel it in your bum, a little bit in the inner groin there. Drawing in, gently down, both feet together, knees out. You can push your feet away, lengthen your arms away, deep breath in. Lovely. We're lengthening our legs away, stretching our arms away. We're going to roll over to our side. Pushing up, coming up into sitting here. We're going to pop our feet underneath us. Rolling our shoulders back, lengthening our arm up, 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 and hold it here. Coming gently forward, around, gently down, hold it here. So we're opening up that rib cage in a different way from before. And gently down. Rolling those arms, taking the arm up, drop it down our back and holding here. Well done, you've done really well. Hopefully you found that it's been okay being on a live session. You can hear me and see me clearly, and hopefully the instructions have been okay to follow. Bringing that arm down and elbow in. If you managed to make it to the end, make sure you leave me a comment on how you're feeling now, and maybe give me a nice little, I don't know, a heart emoji to let me know that you've really loved it, which would be really nice whilst I teach the next two classes. Give yourself a big hug here. I'm finishing off ear to shoulder again. And the other side. hands on our rib cage. We're going to push our ribs into our hands, so taking a breath in through our nose, all the way out. Well done. Hands in front, curling our toes under. We're going to slowly roll back, hands on